love, you got to show love to get love. You push up your hand when them ask you the question, do you love God? But the thing gone wrong, come in and see the love there. You don't love God. You are hold on to grudge like a cling bush, hold on to sleeve. Magnet to steel. Watch how you scan the man, cause him not have pretty girls like you. You deny him a meal. You could have turned up the place and mash up the stage. If love not there, you not have nothing. You could have called fireball on the ground. If love not around, then you not have nothing. You could have speak in heavenly tongue where the priestly gong. No love, me tell you a nothing. No matter what you think, you can't represent God without love. If you say you love God, you got to love people. Bad mind is so evil. Hatred and jealousy can't be a part of we. No, no, no. If you say you love God, you got to love. If you say you love God, you got to love. If you say you love God, you got to love. You got to show love to get love.
Bible around since the 6th century. Prophecy reveals some still of its reality. Don't tell me nothing about no Big Bang Theory. Don't tell me nothing about everything I energy. You ever hear about the Lamb's Book of Life? You ever hear about my Savior Christ? Hellfire real. And who don't get them, I go tell them. Inna them. Make sure your name there. Inna them. Inna the Book of Life there. Make sure your name there. Inna the Book of Life there. Make sure your name there. Inna them. Make sure your name there. Inna them. Inna the Book of Life there. Make sure your name there. Inna the Book of Life there. Action. God make man and blow breath in a him. Then sin come step in a him. Then Christ had to come. Die on the cross, his blood it a wash away sin. Don't break sticking on your head, please see the devil trap. You go reap what you sow. God cannot be mocked. What you are gonna do that when everything stops? Time running out. Every blood was sold, yeah. Your name there in that book with the Bible told, yeah. Your name there in that book. From the time you follow this straight and narrow, you're going to a place free from pain and sorrow. Them could say what they want, we know better, we not allow. When God come, the faithless ayo, tell them.
Right then, the Christian youth a change the game. Me have the intellect, the witch them send the blow, but like a ball, me angel intercept. Jesus Christ a guide, me son the devil cable, make me fret, me solid like a rock, the flame a blaze. I better watch your step. Matthew 25 verse 33, me read me higher than a mountain top, and now me not fi burn no way. The witch them want fi test the prince, but from the word of God me feel. Copy rapido, Jesus Christ in not the lead. Because me articulate speaking, I run the place. Jesus said him win already, so you know me win the race. When you talk about God, me king, I him I run the database. So the fear me not fi chase, me said the fear me not fi cheat. Them said the song them what you do and no worship. Wipe my face and look on them and say you lost, full and make me cut the chase. This a line up with the word of God, so try no pass your place. Mine you get a thunderbolt from heaven, mine you get erased. And me say no, ready for the road, we a take it on now. Spiritual vision, eagle and a no pro. Jesus have been making up a mini, me a go Alpha Omega, I run it show. Me say no, ready for the road, me a take it on now. Spiritual vision, eagle and a no pro. Jesus have been making up a mini, me a go Alpha Omega, I run it show. Ready on the beat again, the flow it up your seat, my friend. The second coming of the Lord, the devil get defeat again. Wake up, feel the morning breeze, me breathing in the oxygen. God put me now fi oxygen, establish the world without a pen. Can't believe a finger, just the word alone. Him talking lightning flash, thunder roll. Place a shake me see too often. Who tougher than my God? Nobody else. So stop the oxen. The king he never set the trend. We follow very often. Me say no, ready for the road, we a take it on now. Spiritual vision, eagle and a no crow. Jesus have been making up a mini, me a go Alpha Omega, I run it show. Me say no, ready for the road, me a take it on now. Spiritual vision, eagle and a no crow. Jesus have been making up a mini, me a go Alpha Omega, I run it show. Me say the Christian youth a change the game. I have the intellect, the witch them send the blow, but like a ball, me angel intercept. Jesus Christ a guide me, son the devil cable, make me fret, me solid like a rock, the flame a blaze. I better watch your step. Car Matthew 25 verse 33, me read me higher than a mountain top, and now me not be born no way. The witch them want to test the prince, and the word of God me feel. Copy rapido, Jesus Christ in the lead. Me say you know the thing going on. I want prince and my prince now. You're the journey.
Yeah, good evening to you. Welcome down to Inside the Vybz on Vybz 100.1 FM. I'm yours truly. Wherever you're locked in from tonight, we say welcome. It's going to be crazy in the studio tonight. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be crazy. So go ahead and tell somebody that we're on, and we are live right now in the studio, live on Facebook. Tell them we are on. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's go.
Here, it's my year. I've been away for very long, but I'm back. Yes, I As me sit down and relax.
Yeah, we said welcome down.
Down have me box, so me under fear. Pick up the man to me leave off for many years.
Yeah, we're squeezing the 592 right now.
It's fear. Airplane. Fly above all obstacle like joking. No joking. When me blaze God fire too much joking. Say we have to win, cause they bring your turn off. Christ by beside, nobody can stop us.
Didn't come to complain to you. I just wanted to thank you.
Yeah, we got some amazing young people in the studio tonight, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm telling you, man. Go ahead and tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Let them log on tonight. All right?
You've always kept
I'm yours truly, Pastor Sean Sobers. I'm here with the entire crew tonight. Birdman and the whole crew, man. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fire in the building. All right?
want you near me all the time. My heart feels incomplete.
I just got to tell you something, man. For those of you that tuned in last week, thank you so much for your support. We're about to take it up another notch tonight. All right?
Do it all, even when I made you small.
So welcome down to Inside the Vybz. And Vybz 100.1 FM every Sunday evening from the hours of 6 to 8.
Grace you've shown,
And that's the Kingdom Hour, all right?
not my own. So I just need to let you know. No one feel let you go. Don't want you for no show. Want you near me all the time. My heart feels incomplete when I'm not laying at your feet. Want
We got to shout out all those of you in the USA tonight.
time
Brooklyn stand up, Jersey stand up,
down to the air.
White Plains. Hey.
You then, no greater gift that's in the world than to
Of course, I must talk to my brother. Renrick, what's happening, brother?
holding on to the
Shout out to you for all the great success, man.
ever.
Big up to you. CTC, stand up, y'all. Let's go.
I want you there. No one feel let you go. Don't want you for no show.
If you're on with us right now, go ahead and share the live with somebody, all right? Go ahead and share the live. Let's go.
When I'm not laying at your feet. Want you near me all the time.
That's right. We live on purpose, baby. Let's go, huh? Uh-huh. I know we're late, but we're going, man. We're journeying tonight, all right?
Every circumstance. Let me paint the picture for you. But for God, His love He can't afford you. Still He pours up lavishly upon you. He makes His love He shine so bright upon you. I will be content, cause I know you would never fail me. Even when my knees are shaking, even when my heart is bleeding. Oh, valley, when I walk in the midst of the valley, my life's in the hands of my daddy. I'm already loved, I'm already chosen. Yeah. So for this life, I know the goal, oh. Cause me, I know the soul. Cause my drive and my body.
Let's do a little test tonight. Let me know if you're getting me loud and clear. Those of you on Facebook or wherever you're locked in from, let's know if you're getting us loud and clear tonight because we want to make sure that things are pretty decent, all right?
You might provide down. Every circumstance.
I hope you're singing right now. Hey.
Let me tell them, say, I've been searching to find
Gotta make up Mr. Medass right now.
what laid on my soul. Cause I feel like the world is moving too fast. And if it's not too much to ask, oh Lord.
If you don't get these numbers up, we're not gonna talk to you tonight, all right? I'm telling you, it's about to go like crazy up in this place tonight, all right? I got some great family in the place. That's what I'm saying, family, all right?
I'm prepared for this, I need to alert. Tell me why it feels like I missed the memo. This can't be right. Honestly, it feels like my life is a demo. Come and never get the fullness. So long I've been waiting, while the whole world passed me by. So long I've been praying.
That's right, let's get the numbers up right now. This conversation's gonna be hot, huh? Hey!
Fuck good, but this don't feel good. Why does it feel like we're living stormy weather? Oh Lord, if you could.
Of course, I got a shout out. Junette, what's happening, girl?
I'm losing it.
Oh, we can't lose it, man. Oh, squeeze, come again, baby. Let's go.
Balance. You are my only hope, my balance.
my brother Devon, man. And I tell you what, I know you're in the building, huh? Hey.
I'll be the first to
UK, stand up, let's go.
strongest soldier.
Canada, where you at? ATL, man. Alright.
Something good
Guyana, where y'all at?
in this year, and I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone, and a new day has appeared,
Big up, Renrick.
and I am grateful.
We live on purpose. Hi. Oh,
It's gonna find me here.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Favor gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss say money gonna find me here. Blessings gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Round and round this season,
That's right, we gotta pick up the bird, man. Bird!
this year.
Big up, yo.
You're blessed.
Yeah, I should have seen this man singing today.
Healing have
Boy!
way. Blessings have come my way. Winning, we winning, and we here to stay. Is the blessings me stay will find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss if favor gonna find me here.
I gotta say happy birthday to Jadiel.
Tell them,
Happy belated birthday, man.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss the blessings gonna find me here. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
And of course, we gotta thank all those of you that always locked in, always tuned in, wherever you're tuning from. Thank you so much for your support, man. You've been a blessing to this program. Thank you so much, so much, so much. But here, what are you gonna do for us tonight? You're gonna make sure that you share the live with at least 10 persons. If you do that, those of you on Facebook, it's gonna be amazing. All right. Those of you on the FM bandwidth, go ahead and tell somebody about it and let them turn their radios way up. If you're in a bus, disturb the driver tonight. All right. Disturb them, man. Let them hear some gospel. Let them hear some kingdom stuff tonight. All right.
So we lift you high, Yahweh.
Hey, y'all in my zone.
Hey, we lift you high.
Don't worry, we're just getting some things set up, all right?
Thousands, my beloved is the most beautiful among
Gotta big up Faith, gotta big up Moses, and the whole crew. Joshua Gogan, huh? All them Joshua. That is, big up yourself. Or use the old boy. Aye.
Yeshua. Your name is Yeshua.
I see your love right through my way.
Yeah, we squeezing something fresh for you tonight. Let's know what you think about it, all right? Go into the comments and let's know what you think about this, huh? And then we have this, we have this conversation, all right? Squeeze, let's go, man.
I see your love right through my weakness. Now I can see it was you. Your love's what I needed. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's rough. Sometimes I don't wanna deal with this stuff, but you promised that you would see me right through. And now that I see it, I know it's alright. See your love right through my weakness. Now I can see it was you. Your love's what I needed. Sometimes sometimes it's hard.
That's right, we're squeezing something fresh for you tonight, all right?
I don't wanna deal with this stuff, but you promised that you would see me right through. And now that I see it, I know it's alright. Now that I see it, Lord, I want that fire. My God is our keeper. He'll love you forever. Now I can see it's running after me. Now that I see it, I know it's alright. Now that I see it, Lord, I want that fire. My God is our keeper.
Well, good evening, good evening. The voice that you just heard is this young man sitting with me tonight, and he's going to introduce himself and tell you all about this song, brand new song, fresh off of the press, man. Good evening to you, brother. Introduce yourself.
Good night, everybody. My name is Ron Benjamin Jr.
This man had a long name. I've been waiting for it. That's why I tell you to introduce yourself.
It's one middle name, Andrew.
Well, welcome to Inside the Vybz. You know, this is where the family's at. You know, this is where we do the real kingdom business every Sunday evening. And I know you just dropped this. I was really, just anticipating this thing, looking at it on Facebook, liking it, and you got me in suspense and all kind of thing, But tell us about this song. Tell us about the process and so forth. In fact, you know what you should do? Tell us who is Ron Benjamin. That's what you got to do.
All right, well, just a bit of background of who I am, I am a worship leader, child of God.
Hold on, stop, pause. Use Moses' friend by. You got to be Moses' friend by. You tight like Moses' braids by. Oh, gosh, you got to be. Pick up yourself, Moses. Let's roll.
Yeah. Child of God, worship leader. I am a veterinary technician by profession. I'm also a veterinary public health inspector. And yeah,
that's it. So what church you from? Who's your pastor? I like to ask people who their pastor are, is. Rather.
Yeah. So I attend Harmony Light Apostolic and Prophetic Ministries International, and my pastor is Apostle Cleveland Davidson.
Oh, big up
Big
yourself.
up to my church family.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Pastor. How are you, Apostle? Big up yourself, man. Excellent. So I know. So this is your first project, right?
Yes.
Your first single, rather.
Yes.
And how long you been doing this?
I've been worshiping since I was 15 years old, so almost 10 years. So, but as far as like
15 years old, I could have asked yourself maybe this last week. You understand? You understand, Moses? It's gonna be last week, right? But then you would have there walking up in the face and wondering how the face could match that. All right. I know. Yeah, but I listened to it, and it's a great song. I like the music. The intro is amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
We can talk about the rest of the stuff, but I love it. Really, really love it. So what should we expect? Should we expect an album?
Yeah, I'm working on a few things. There definitely is an album in the future.
I gotta say this. When we had Eddie James here, I didn't know you. And I just saw you moving around, and you were just serving, and I said to my son, "This who's this guy?" Because you were just there with everything, and for me, that's a big plus. When you have a gifting, but you know how to serve, that goes a long way. And you just your face just stuck in my mind because the way in which you were doing what you were doing, and we just want to say congratulations on this
Thank
new
you.
single, and of course we're gonna be spinning it right here. And we're looking forward for a whole lot more.
Yes.
A whole lot more. But here what you're gonna do for us before we're through. You're gonna introduce this to the Guyanese public, everybody, even those that are in the USA, in London, wherever they're locked in from. You're gonna introduce it tonight. Get them hyped. Get like how you been putting the thing on Facebook and so forth. And got all the week like peeping for the thing, looking for see when the thing will release and all of that. Let's get hyped for this thing now. Go ahead.
All right, so my song is entitled I See It, and my greatest prayer is just that you understand that the love of God is constantly running behind you, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what you're facing, regardless of how it looks like in this moment. Just know that He is a God that will never leave you nor forsake you, but He'll see you through unto the end. The Bible says that peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart and your mind. And I think a lot of times we take it out of context. It's like the peace of God isn't just to, what we would always interpret peace to be, the peace of God that surpasses the understanding that the enemy is trying to convince you to believe. You know, it's not always just this peace and, you know, I'm in my corner and I'm just doing my thing. There is something special about the peace of God that allows you to trust his plan in the middle of what looks like it should be the end. That's
like the rest.
Yeah, it's aggressive in some sense. Yeah. You know, and that's the piece that has allowed me to be here today, to survive the things that I've been through, to be able to really minister the song with the conviction that I was able to minister it with.
Awesome. So, well, introduce it to us.
All right, this is I See It.
Through my weakness, now I can see it was you. Your love's what I needed. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's rough, sometimes I don't wanna deal with this stuff, but you promised that you would see me right through. And now that I see it, I know it's alright.
That's right, we gotta support the younger ones, all right?
He'll love you forever.
It's the man Ron Benjamin Jr.
Now I can see
brand new, baby.
It's running out to me.
It's called Now That I See.
That I see it.
I see.
Oh, it's alright. Now that I see it, Lord, I want that fire. My God is a keeper. He'll love you forever. Now I can see it's running out to me.
Yeah, you can find us on every platform, every digital platform, all right? Hey,
we shall overcome on this journey. So make sure you're standing on the holy side. Make sure you're rooted and you're grounded in the things of Christ. Cause we shall overcome in these last days. So make sure you're standing on the holy side. Make sure you're rooted and you're grounded in the things of Christ.
Since day one, God is the only one I trust.
Hey,
never put my
it's my Moses Williams. Hey,
around every other ground is sinking sand. But the ground may stand upon. I know for sure God are the real one. The armor of God, put it on so when evil comes, you'll be able to stand your ground and stay. I know since day one, God is the only one I trust upon. Never put my confidence in no other one. When I look around, every other ground is sinking sand.
Yeah, turn those radios way up right now.
Stand upon.
It's brand new, man.
Sure.
Brand new.
Real one. The armor of God, put it on so when evil comes, you'll be able to stand your ground and stay. I know God is the one that secures my destiny. Favor.
That's right, God secures your destiny, man.
Flowing with milk and honey. I know God is the one that secures my destiny. Favor, blessings, prosperity in the land. Flowing with milk and honey.
Boy.
Lord, I need a blessing.
Hey, how many you want a blessing tonight? Whoa, Renee, we're going, yo. Lyndon, stand up, let's go.
Give me joy divine. I need a.
Let's ride a straight 592 tonight, baby.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah.
Let's go.
I need a blessing.
Somebody tag Renee right now.
Ease my trouble mind. Leave my past behind. Give me joy divine. I need a blessing.
Pull up, boy. Hey, Sunday evening, let's go, man. Vybz 100.1 FM. Inside the Vybz. Let's go. Third man, let's go.
Yeah.
now. Those of you on Facebook, I tell y'all got Calvin in my church, man. Yeah.
Protect me from my.
You gotta get saved, you know.
Surely goodness shall follow me.
I don't want him just singing, I want him to get saved, man.
On this path called life journey, filled with so much of
Come cross, Calvin. Boy.
troubles, and nobody else is around. Who feels it now when pressure getting hotter?
Y'all gotta get Calvin to pay some tights, you know.
I know.
Oh yeah.
No, it's going to get much better. Just hold the faith. Father, guide my way. Protect me from
I gotta let him know that the kingdom's supporting him, alright?
things that
Oh, yeah.
I cannot see. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. Guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Surely goodness shall follow me. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah.
Come on, share the live right now.
In my two-man
Oh no!
I call it just hold a meditation. Take clear of situation that take away your joy and take your peace. Got to use just all the faith and yes, you must be wise.
Oh yeah.
Those decisions that will bring you your demise. Be right and positive and don't you ever compromise. And always keep your eyes upon the prize. Father, guide my way.
Yeah, we keeping it 592 tonight, alright?
Enemy
Straight Guyanese, man.
that I cannot see.
On Guyanese radio, alright?
Jehovah, guide my way. Protect me from my enemies. Surely goodness shall follow me. Oh, please bless me, Jehovah. Making me stronger. Trials, no, they can't just be coincidence, Lord. You're making me wiser. Full time I open up my eyes and see that the pain is making me better. Work and process, bringing out my best. You're taking me high.
That's right.
In the toughest of environments, you drop me. In the midst of all this pestilence, you got me. Could there not have been an easier way? I pray. Could I see an easier day? I got this hurt from where my trust was betrayed. How much longer will my blessings delay? And you say run to your evil, we're heavy laden. I wonder if you ever heard when I prayed. You tell me the thoughts you have are good and they are me. You tell me the things that look quite good when you are finished. You say the next season of my life there'll be no limits. And the fourth man in the fire ain't no gimme. These things they are making me stronger. These trials know they cannot be coincidence, Lord. You're making me wiser. Full time I open up my eyes and see that the pain is making me better. Purge and process, bringing out my best. You're taking me higher than unexpected. As unexpected. I can't be the only one who's excited to call your name. I can't be the only one who's a Christian and unashamed. I know I'm not the only one not addicted to likes and fame. Oh, but if that were the case, you wanna stay first. It's impossible to feel this way and keep inside.
Let's go.
All the things you did for me that I couldn't do for me, that is why I wear this smile. And who knows, and very few do. I've been at my lowest until
Where the worship is at tonight.
but so do you.
Let's go.
Do you?
Sing.
When somebody saves your soul and makes you whole, you gotta scream and shout. My worship's at another place. If you don't understand, you're gonna put me out. But you might just have a hard time, cause I'm me alone, Yeshua has been good too. Worshipers around the world, make it praise come true, cause I can't be the only one who's excited to call your name.
You know I want to be so clear right now.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Sometimes to think, my God, you kept it right, keeping it real with me.
Let's go, man.
You see me struggling, you bring me through.
Tell you what, y'all got me sweating in here, boy. I tell you, boy. I tell you, buddy.
Possible. Who from the start remains unchangeable.
You're the only one. one.
Who holds and controls my destiny. You called me out to set me free. So we will sing. You've got the grace that brings the rebirth. We'll sing from the mountaintop. We've got the joy and it will never.
Lord, I come to you with my hands wide open, humbly bow to you, 'cause you're the reason I am living. Lord, you gave your life as a sacrifice. Jesus paid the price for my sins. I'm gonna lift my hands and sing, oh
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, Lord, y'all pray for them, pray for them, pray for them. Oh, Jesus. Lord have mercy.
Lord, I come to you with my
That's right, Timothy Roberts, man. Where you at, brother?
to you, 'cause you're the reason I am living. Lord, you gave your life as a sacrifice. Jesus paid the price for my sins. I'm gonna lift my hands and sing, all my life you have been faithful. Show me love, Lord, I am grateful. All my life you have been faithful. I will worship you. I will worship you. He walked upon the sea. Tell me what more do you need to believe? Yeah, he died for you and me. Jesus set me free from all of my pain, from all of my troubles. Why?
Oh, beautiful music, man. Vybz 100.1 FM. Inside the Vybz.
My life you have been faithful. Show me love, Lord, I am grateful.
Bang!
All my life you have been faithful. I will worship you. I will worship you.
Me rooted and planted in the word of the Lamb.
Ah, the OG, man. The OG.
Me know say life is a process. Let's not watch what you sow, because there will be a harvest. Well, by faith me at
Y'all know I even realize I'm gonna sing.
my head anoint. Oil. I speak some God like I'm moving. Even the drought and dry season can't move me. Now me go saw them. Just like a tree planted by the water. My roots run so
That's right, I told y'all we got something for you tonight, man.
deep.
I got some wonderful young people. We're gonna be talking to them tonight. And it's gonna be awesome, y'all. So go ahead and tell a friend, huh?
Alright, the environment that I'm in is so important. For the purpose in me to be.
If y'all know who's singing it, y'all tell me, man. Big up yourself, Eddie.
Purpose in me will shift me into new seasons and open real door for me, real wide. Oh yes, sit I'm planted. Oh yes, sit I'm planted. Yeah. Sit I'm planted.
Hey, I told y'all we keeping it in the 592 tonight. And we ain't playing, huh? Big up yourself, Psycho.
I need a little bit more than Sunday mornings, a little bit more than the sun.
I told y'all, man, we got so much music in this place. So much, man. I'm telling you.
Need your heart, yes. I need intimacy, just more than the offerings.
And the beauty about it, we got good music, huh?
Impress me
Straight out of the 592.
when I need you.
Hey, hear the one.
I need you. I need your whole heart. Well, listen, me, you. Well, listen, me, you. I need you.
You gotta drop it. Drop it and let's go.
Well, listen, me, see Rachel, see a rock, Sammy.
Them a rock.
Me name a corner on the microphone a rock. But listen, me, no man. We just a rock and move with me dancing shoes. We know want the rocks cry out. So open up your mouth to make the rivers flow.
flow right out of you.
We don't want the rocks cry out.
Alright, rock and move with your dancing shoes. We don't want the rocks cry out. So open up your mouth to make the labels flow right out.
Yeah, attack somebody right now.
The rocks cry out.
Something big is about to go down, huh?
It's loud as a trumpet, cause it not matter if my worship from sunrise to sunset. Me have the
Big up my cousin, man.
so listen.
Randall, what go on, brother? Hey.
If you have to play the bass line, do it. Play the drums, make worship come. We get
You know, stranger, brother.
the east. See the backups, them I do the harmony. We just have this rock and move with we dancing shoes. We don't want the rocks cry out. So open up your mouth to make the rivers flow right out of you.
We don't want the rocks cry out.
Alright, rock and move with your dancing shoes. We don't want the rocks cry out. Open up your mouth to make the rivers flow right out of you.
We don't want the rocks cry out. And I say success. Here I am.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh.
I say favor. Here I am. And I say success.
Ay, 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 ay. I told Birdman to keep it 592 tonight. I tell y'all why. But tonight, man, I'm excited about what is about to go down because we're about to have a wonderful discussion about the next generation of worshipers, the next generation of ministers, you know, some of their expectations, some of their struggles. But we're about to just put it out there tonight, you know. So we want you to go ahead and invite somebody, tag somebody, tell them we are, you know, if you didn't know these youngsters, you're about to get familiar with them. All right, they're about to put their business out there, you know. It's like banner you in there for nothing, but listen, we're about to just, you know, introduce this next generation. I believe that, you know, these are the ones. These are some of them, just some of them, you know, just a little fraction of some, you know, of them that God is just using His hand is upon them, and we are, you know, welcome to Inside the Vibe. Last week we had Faith and Minister Moses in the building. They released 2 wonderful songs, and out of that sparked all of this, you know. I invited Timothy. Where you there? Don't get frightened now, you know, boy. You know, but welcome. Put your hands together for them tonight in the studio. Yeah. So we got Ron Benjamin. You just heard from him. We got Minister Moses. I got to say Minister Moses, guys. Tight like that, you know. You know, we got Minister Faith in the building tonight. We got Minister Trevor. We got C-Face. Let me C-Face. Behind the camera, we got an amazing producer. I mean, this man has been doing a lot of stuff. Y'all gonna hear from him in a minute. We got Hot Girl in the building. We got Birdman, and we got some other folks that are gonna be coming in. So we want you to go ahead and share the live with somebody because we're about to really go in for the next 35 minutes. Just go in and just, you know, talk about what God is doing, you know, and so forth in their lives. So welcome everybody.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome. I'm so honored that you guys will take the time to come back and be a part of what God is doing. You know, I would have loved to have more of you, but we gotta get more space, as you can see. You know, we gotta get more space because God is expanding you. You know, so there's so much happening. But let's get the ball rolling. Tell us about what is happening, you know, in the music industry for you guys. I know you all 3 of you guys just released 3 wonderful songs in a matter of like a week, you know.
Yeah.
And I know it's not cheap. You know, some of you probably still paying, you know. I don't know, you know, y'all walk this thing like courts, you know. You know, the only difference that we can't pull back is
Oh my God.
But tell us the whole process, the whole journey, how it's been for you and so forth, you know, as a new artist. I mean, with the exception of Faith, because she's been around for a long time. I was telling somebody that, you know, she's not new to this thing. She's been around. It's just that she's getting big. You understand? She's a big girl right now, you know?
Wow.
Big up yourself, right? But tell us about all, you know, what has been happening with you guys, man. Go ahead. Who's going to go first, man? Who's going to be first? Y'all know our time is limited, so y'all got to squeeze this thing, all right?
The entire process is rather, you know, the recording process and so on.
Go ahead, you speak.
Yeah. The recording process and...
No, you talk. Me here, you know. You did stuff.
Yeah, the entire process was definitely new for me. This is my very first, you know, single, so it was all new with, you know, the technical aspect. But I have to say that I'm grateful because it has definitely helped me to develop my gift in a positive way. because there's so much technicality to ensuring that you have the right song and ensuring that everything is on point. It's definitely different to your everyday Sunday morning worship. It's just you, the studio, the mic, and God. So it was new and interesting, but overall it has developed my gift.
Awesome. The question that I want to ask, and I look for this initially because a lot of times, you hear artists and so forth. They oftentimes talk about what they had to do, what they had to do. In our case, we are kingdom people, and we are under authority. We are not just out there by ourselves, and so we have pastors, people that support and so forth. So tell us about that whole process, because in order for you to get to that point, you would have had to, come from somewhere. So let us know what's up.
Yeah. I definitely have to say that I'm grateful.
More volume.
for-
Junette, you got to turn up your phone.
for-
Junette, turn up your phone. Junette, turn up your phone.
Yeah, I definitely
I'm trying here.
Yeah, it was the process did pose a few challenges sometimes, but I have to say that I'm truly grateful for my apostle, my spiritual father, my covering.
I'm looking for
He
that
was
term, your
definitely-
spiritual father. I'm looking for that.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
he was definitely supportive throughout the entire process. Ideally, I would have wanted to record and release the song 4 years ago, but there was a process that I had to go through to be able to minister with the conviction that I was able to minister with. And I'm so grateful that I had him a part of my journey to be able to guide me along the way to say, maybe this is not the right time. Maybe God is calling you to something else so that you'll be able to deliver a different message for somebody that might need it in a different season. And I'm so grateful that I have him, I have, my mentors who are always on me, like white on rights, and always, helping me to move it.
Because that's a big thing. That's a big thing. I find that there are a lot of people who want to do great things, and you will do great things. But I oftentimes ask people, and I like to know where you're coming from, who you're connected to. You got to be connected. You got to be under someone, and that sort of thing. Because everybody's just kind of loose these days, just do me, You got to be connected to somebody,
Yeah, because the thing is, when God gives a gift, He gives it without repentance. And so your gift is your gift. Once you have it, that doesn't go anywhere. God doesn't give a gift and take it back. It's our responsibility to ensure that we steward it in the right way. And I believe that He provides people for us to be able to steward those gifts in the right direction. Because
Beautiful.
It's easy to say, Ron, he could sing, he could do whatever. But I don't know where I would have been if I just decided I can sing the song today, release it tomorrow. There's
Awesome.
certain things that I had to go through. There's the connection with God that I had to really develop to be able to, deliver this song in this season. God knows why He allowed me to wait 4 years.
I'm going to be jumping in every now and then.
Yeah.
Last week we were talking about how sometimes as pastors, I'm a pastor, sometimes we mishandle and we fumble with some of the giftings and the graces that God will send to us. And that's because a lot of times we don't understand the true purpose of those gifts. Those giftings that will come to us. Sometimes when people come to us, especially musicians or singers and minstrels and so forth, when they come, a lot of pastors think, well, it is to keep your church going. But I'm learning every day that the gift is not just given to your church, but it's given to the nation. It's given to the world, but you must have a place. You must have a place that, that you flow from, that you can draw from. A lot, and then on the other side, some of the worshipers they misunderstand that, so they figure that, oh, nobody can tell me nothing, nobody can't tell me why is me gift, and so there's no sense of accountability. There's no no accountability, no covering. Everybody just do whatever they want to do and so forth. Let me hear from you, Faith, because I know that you grew up in you're a PK, and I know it's not easy being a PK. You got to get all your scriptures on point. Glory to Jesus. Moses, I know your mom don't play, your pops don't play, so you got to have it on point, But so let me hear from you, because in his case, he has a spiritual father, but you have a spiritual father and mother, and also a biological parents. So tell us about that whole process.
I had a support system from my parents ever since I started singing. My journey has not been as technical, I might say, as Ron's. I had it easy with production, so I had to find money and stuff.
What?
However, actually,
Hold
when we first
on,
started,
Faith, hold on, Faith, hold on. I gotta be your friend.
no,
You not find money.
no, like okay. So when we
Hey.
first started, for probably like the first 2 or 3 songs, yeah, we had to find money, but it didn't come at this great expense because my producer was is my partner, so I didn't have to pay for production, but I did have to pay for studio time.
Faith, you know, I think you need to stop saying that, right? Because just don't say that, don't say that. Just the Lord has been good.
The Lord has been great. The Lord has been great. And I thank God every day for his favor. But spiritually, there has been a battle.
Some form.
My mother always tells me that being a pastor's child sets you out as a target for not just to society, but to the devil and all the principalities and powers. She says if a regular person is getting 1%, yours is going to be 10 times that 1%.
Right.
And
And if I brought my children,
right,
y'all
they
won't
say
get a
the same
chance.
thing. Exactly.
Everybody put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Turn the camera, let everybody see who just walked in. Strap in. This is Officer Strap in. Big up yourself. Fine, come around. You know, this is how we do it.
Don't be nervous.
All right, we're
Yeah.
waiting on you. Yeah, go ahead. Faith.
Yeah, so the battle has been hard being a pastor's daughter. I oftentimes have to remind people that I am her daughter and not the pastor. And she has to remind them too, my daughter is my daughter and she is not the pastor. So don't she tells people not to expect the things that they expect of her from me, because at the end of the day I'm now growing spiritually and physically.
It's a journey. Like I said, I gotta drop in because of the time and so forth. It's a journey, and you know, I as a pastor, I'll tell people a lot of times because people put a lot of pressure. Y'all know I got a lot of children, right? And people put a lot of pressure on them, a lot of pressure. I had to settle that, and I had to tell people a lot of times that God called me.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? They are still being processed. Right? So don't put pressure on them, because a lot of times that's how come we lose the younger ones, because
Right.
there's so much pressure. How come you're a pastor's son and what you doing here? You know, people will even send me some screenshots sometimes and say, look where your son there. I say, but and these are Christian people. Look, my thing is like, and what you doing there?
Right.
Y'all know me, you know what I mean? You know,
It's
or
like,
sometimes they
I
will
know
send me a
where they are.
screenshot and they ask me, look where you Sunday by a show, and I'm like, you don't see me son, I'm down there.
Right.
you know, so I don't like them kind of religious stuff, and so I'm telling people every time that you got to give them a chance to find themselves, to encounter God for themselves.
Yep.
You know. Yeah. Well, we have minister, pastor, psalmist Timothy Roberts in the building. Let me hear from you, because you were PK too, right? And I know the pressure is not easy. Big up yourself, Apostle Jean. I know she don't play.
Not this pastor, son.
But tell us your experience as a pastor, as a PK. You know how it's been, and the kind of pressure, the peer pressure that's been upon you, as you pursue that journey in terms of what God has called you to.
Bless good night to those of you who are watching and for those of you who are listening.
Y'all know when the police show.
So
He sound like a police. We ain't giving no bribe to.
Just
Go
let
ahead,
let it
man.
be. When they talk about pressure, or me, as a pastor's kid, first of all, the expectations are high.
Right.
Because especially when people know your parents and they know what they stand for, so everybody expect you to be of that standard or way beyond.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like you said, God called you.
Right.
Right. And for me as a PK, let me
And
say,
it's not that they're not called, but you have to give them time
it's
to
time.
find
It's
that.
time.
Right,
Because
right.
everybody has it's a process.
Right,
it's a
right,
journey.
Right.
You know, you can't just expect, oh, boom. They got to be just like that. Everybody has a time of their life whereby they can come to a realization that this is what
Right.
it is. But at the end of the day, as pastors, we still have to be considerate. Because
Right.
while we're out there, we are not only representing ourselves, we can be selfish. We are also representing our parents. And for those who are pastors, it might feel a little pressure, you might feel a little way, but come on. Be considerate to the fact that, listen, my mother, my father is a pastor, because I do that a lot of times. There's sometimes I want to kick off my brother. I'll tell you the honest truth. I'm a police officer. I know what it is. I know what the road is.
You want boss?
I want to kick off. But there are many times I got to be considerate. No, Tim, it's Gene's son, boy.
Yeah, you know,
Gene
Gene will walk in the room there and then hold you by your ears and by come here, man.
So
Pastor Gene.
the pressures, for me personally, I don't feel pressured, because at the end of the day, I am who I am. Right? And I'm not living my life to please anybody. At the end of the day, while I understand that I have a responsibility, you know, which is to change lives and to do what God has called me to do. No, I don't care what people say about me. What you say about me doesn't matter about me. What you should do, instead of trying to judge me, pray for me. You know? Instead of trying to point fingers at me, come and talk to me. Hey, bro. You know, blah, blah. Sometimes we need that talk sometimes as pastors' children.
Right.
Don't think we got it all together. Because when our parents are looking after you, praying for you, sometimes they ain't even praying for us as they praying for you.
Yeah.
So instead of you pointing fingers.
So sometimes there's a lot of neglect.
Correct. So instead of you pointing fingers, come and pray for us. Come and ask us how we doing, how we manage it.
Because, you know, a lot of times people often, you hear people saying stuff, boy, oh, you gonna do the boy, use a pastor son, or use a he's a pastor daughter.
And then the other thing about it, not because we are pastors' children means we cannot mix with everybody. At the end of the day, who are we to judge?
Right.
Why only brothers in church and the sisters in church you're gonna roll with? Come on. Jesus died for everybody.
And the scripture says that we have to be in the world,
but not of the world.
So in
That's
other
a big
words,
difference.
the world must not influence you.
Correct
you
is
must
right.
influence the world.
Correct is right. So pressure, me know about pressure, my boy.
Moses, let me hear from you, man. Y'all get ready for Pastor Moses, right?
Likewise, for me,
Moses, you lose out your brains a little bit.
It's
Last
like
thing I'm
13
brazen.
days old again. It's good. For me, the journey hasn't been hard. I mean, well, I believe, I'm not sure how long my parents are married for, but I'm 24, so I
Wait, hold on. You know that?
I can't remember what.
Prophetess, you ever going on here, right? This boy sleeping outside tonight.
For me, given that I have 3 other siblings, they were birthed out of marriage. But for me, I believe I was birthed in marriage.
You sure?
So, yeah, I believe so.
All right.
So, now with that, I would have, when the late pastor for the ministry, the mantle would have passed on to my parents. So I grew up in church compared to my other siblings. So I was in church from the beginning. So it wasn't that hard for me because I was always careful of the company that I keep, even from school. My friends list is very small. So influencing persons, it's easier for me to influence them, but for them to influence me the wrong way, it's not that easy. Because it comes with having a mind of your own. And the foundation that my parents set for me.
It comes with having a mind of Christ.
Yeah.
The mind is not your own.
Yeah.
It's the mind of Christ.
In Christ. So the foundation that my parents would have set for me is a solid foundation. And it's not easy to move me or influence me to do the negative things. The only way that influence will happen is if I influence you in Christ with the mind that God would have created in me.
Look how you
to
fixing it,
influence you.
By you be you be you, G by. I tell you by.
So it hasn't been a hard journey for me.
Yeah. Excellent. Come over here, cause let me hear from you. This is Trevor. Let me hear from you. This is another little preacher coming up here. Let me hear what you guys say.
What's the question, sir?
Again, you want to know the question? I mean, you're not a PK, but you're around us, and what kind of pressure, you know?
Well, because I'm not a PK, because I came from basically, you know, when people say we outside, I was outside.
So you went by outside bar?
So I know the outside. So coming into the kingdom, it's really different because there are certain times you weigh the balance of things that happens in the world to what happens in the kingdom. And one of the things that is big for me when it comes to, there's a lot of pressure in the world, but one of the things that I look at is that the world is very consistent with their pressure. The world is consistent with the things that they do. So in the kingdom, I believe we love God and we adore God. We say all of these nice things to God, but we're not loyal to the content of who God is. And there's a lot of loyalty that we need to put in the kingdom to what God brings to us, because he blesses us, he gives you all of these things, you've been born into it, but you learn how to access it, but you still don't put value on it.
All right. I'm running this. I know Sherry. I know. Hot girl want come over. You could come over and ask them the hard questions. Now, the question that I want to ask here, and I know Timothy's waiting for the Faith, waiting for the and all them kind of thing, right? But the question I know that you guys have been doing for you and Timo, y'all have been in this thing for a long time. You have won several junior Calypso. Monarchs, the kind of thing, and I know people used to be putting a lot of pressure. How come she and the Calypso thing? They don't understand this kind of thing. They need to listen to the words. You understand? Okay, I mean, But I've been rooting for you a long time. So Timo's been out there. He's been in the Soca Monarch and so forth. And the whole process, how you found in terms of other psalmists, senior ones, relating to you when you're trying to make inroads in this industry. How has it been with you guys, especially you and Faith?
You want to go ahead, Tim?
Yeah, sure. So
because I know it hasn't been easy.
Okay, so it's been a long journey for me. A lot of people may not know, but I haven't now surfaced. I've been in it for quite a long time now. As Pastor Sean would have definitely.
I remember when you used to get your pants tight.
Since I was 13.
Pull your belt. You remember them days, right?
Sit down playing pants tight, slick, clean, playing 2 keyboards and thing, you know what I mean? When boys fighting, I play 2 keyboards. Now I don't do the long time. But nevertheless, so now, to be honest, you do find some, I don't want to use the word some psalmists, but in church, people who are there before us, they feel intimidated. Because they think that we're coming to take their spot. But I always hold my head whereby when it comes to kingdom, we don't compete, we complement. That is why I'm not affected by what they do, because I'm not coming to take your spot. I am coming to add.
But the question is, now, the question is, in terms of having support when when you went into the Monarch, the Soca Monarch, and being a psalmist, people know that you lead worship and being a pastor and so forth. How has that been? Have you been getting the support from like people like me and some of the older psalmists and ministers?
Well, a few of them like yourself. And some
I just dropped me name because
you were one the person from scratch. Hey, I like this song, blah, whatever the case may be. You was there from scratch. But me personally, I wasn't looking whether the church supported me or not. Because I knew what I was doing. I know when I step out there what I am going to do. Which is to influence the world in a positive way. Not to get carried away and to falling, as the Bible said.
But you felt this was a God thing?
Yeah, for me personally.
Okay.
And also it definitely helped me to connect with a lot of people that I wouldn't have connected just being in the 4 walls alone.
Right.
Because now we're at a stage whereby if we didn't have the social media in this generation, where people like us would have been that are sitting here. Right. Because it's not like back then people say, oh, you sound good, man. Let me do a thing for you. Let me invest in you. Let me sponsor you. Let me do this for you.
Right.
Let me it's us pushing us.
I was talking about. I mean, we were using this story with Ahaz and how he was a young king, but how he misrepresented God and messed up everything and all of that. Because I believe that in this season, if we are going to influence accurately the world, we have to position ourselves accurately.
Right.
I believe that lots of people, there are a lot of prayers going on, and we like to say prayers changes things. That's just one aspect of it. And I know some people don't come for me for this, but prayer without corresponding action is futile. It's dead.
So more likely
So the church has been doing a lot of praying. I'm getting to something. The church has been doing a lot of praying, and which we need that. But in terms of us positioning ourselves in the right location,
and being proactive,
right? I think we have come short of that. And what has happened? A lot of people have been in the system, and the system has been influencing them rather than they influence the system because they don't understand the mandate that God placed upon their life. I said a whole lot right there. right? And I think music plays a very important part because I remember, and I was just a regular worship leader, and you know there was a lot of things going on in 2000 or what, 2003, 2002, 4, something like that, and we just wrote, it's like a mini cover, and then we put some other things to it. You remember the song "Heal the Land"? I don't know if y'all remember that. And that song, it was Clem David, I remembered, who started playing that song every single day on the radio. And out of that opened up so many doors. You know, I went all over the place just singing that song, and then we did Planted and so on. But if I had just stayed in the four walls and not become proactive and do something with the prayers, then nothing would have happened. And it's not just so that I could become popular, but I believe that God has given us a voice. You understand? And we can't just stay in the four walls. We have to say something. There's so much happening right now. You know, so let me hear from you, Faith. I know you want to jump in there. Because you did some good songs that I mean, when I listen to the content of it, you know, there's so much in it.
I started competitions as a child, and of course as a child they looked past it because at the end of the day, oh, she's a child, she's just singing in the matrimony competition. But even then, my mom would make sure that the messages in those songs were messages that could save a soul. And when I finally entered into the junior competition, there were church people that decided that they no
like
longer,
what you said.
Yeah.
Because they're kingdom people, and then there's church people. There's church people. They got three levels. They got kingdom people, they got church people, they got church people. I don't know which one you're talking about.
So they're church. There were church people that decided that they wanted nothing to do with me because, oh, she's singing in the world, no problem. That's okay.
Where was Jesus?
Now, how am I supposed to save a soul if I'm sitting up on my pedestal all holy and they're down there in that hole? If I cannot go down into that hole and pull them out, how are they going to get out? But we're so high and mighty. Christians, you know, I'm holy, sanctified. I cannot step into the world. The Bible said to, therefore, go make disciples of men in all nations. Are you going to tell me that is just the Christian nation? You cannot save the saved.
And that's what we do. We're trying to save the same people every Sunday.
You cannot save the saved. It's very annoying. I think
y'all warned me right last week, right? And I went to repent and pray.
Yes.
You understand? I come late because of being so I behave myself, right, Joshua? Big up yourself.
No. But yeah, I don't listen to what anybody's opinion of me singing in competitions and stuff like that. I don't think their opinions matter when I'm about the master's business.
I believe that, and everybody has different grace.
Yeah.
Different graces. There are some people that are called to the church at large, and their assignment is to do praise and worship, stay within the confines of just that. There are some people that are called to do that and even more.
Yeah.
And you have got to know your measure, your metron, the space that God has called you to. And that's why mentorship, fathering is so important because it helps you to navigate those areas and get into the spaces that God, desire of you. You want to say something, Ron?
Yeah,
I think you might need to swing to this mic for me a minute. We want to hear from you better.
Oh, you hear me in this one?
Y'all hearing? Oh, go ahead. I am not hearing him clearly, but that's all right.
I think God is so strategic. You know, the Bible describes us as, you know, fishers of men. You can't catch different fish if you're using the same bait.
No.
You know what I mean? And, you know, I think a lot of times we misconstrue the difference between the church and the sanctuary. The sanctuary, you know, the four walls where we go to worship.
Yeah. You really want to go there?
The church.
Don't play me, you know. Are you serious, man? You're going there, right? Let me go.
The church. And while I believe we do have a responsibility to present ourselves in a certain way, because at the end of the day, we might be the only Bible that somebody agrees in the right time.
Yeah.
While we do have a responsibility to present ourselves in a certain way, we also have a responsibility to go into the world and preach the gospel. You know, it's not just about the four walls. Like Faith said, you know, you can't save the saved. If you go into church every Sunday and you're seeing the same set of people every single Sunday, something is wrong.
But there's another flip side of people, and I'm like I'm saying, I gotta interject all the time. there's some people, like some psalmists, some ministers, some worship leaders and so forth, they feel like I got to go out there. And it has nothing to do with saving souls. It's about me making it. I've heard singers like that who say stuff like, "I got to do a tune, by God, I got mash faith up with this," you know, that kind of thing. I don't want to. He think he, you know, so it's the wrong motive. And I've seen people who have prematurely stepped out because everything has to do with timing. I think with you guys releasing what you're doing, you know, it's about the Kairos moment, that moment that God says, "Hey, I want you to step out and do whatever it is that, you know, I've assigned you to do." And it's not so that you can become popular, so that you can have fans. You will have people following, but we have to be mindful that it's not fans, but what you're doing, you are leading people. You are leading people. People are they're not just following you because some of them they just like you, but there are things within their life. They're looking at you. Some of them want to get to that space, and we have to point them not to us or not even to the space, but point them to Christ. That's what it should be.
I think the issue now more than ever is that there is a lack of discernment within the church today, because there are a lot of times where a lot of people will do certain things and, you know, make certain decisions.
You see this? They're saying your mic is low when you're speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, this better?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah,
right.
I think now more than ever, the issue within the church today is that there's a lack of discernment, a lack of direct communication with the Holy Spirit. And that's why we have so many people making such rash decisions to do things based on impulse. You know, we're not called to operate on our emotions.
I think the number one thing is a lack of fathering. See, when you read the scripture, you would always see that somebody came out from somebody. Somebody's connected, Elisha and Elijah. There's always somebody. And it helps to navigate. It helps to point you where you need to go to.
That's true.
You know, so if you try to have discernment outside of that fathering, outside of that mentorship, sometimes it becomes difficult because you start hearing all sorts of different things. You start seeing all kinds of things, and sometimes you don't even know, you know, what is it that you see.
But I do think we also have a responsibility to discern who we listen to as well. Because a lot of times we'll tend to listen to the wrong people. We listen to them just because, you know, the sermon sound good on a Sunday morning. But that's not necessarily who God has called you to. So I do think...
Hold on. Yeah. So the person that you're sitting under is not the person that you listen to? I don't agree with that.
No. I'm saying we have a responsibility because sometimes we'll have people that God has assigned us to. That could very well be, you know, your pastor.
Yeah, but if that's your pastor...
I'm not disagreeing
pastor,
that
right?
your pastor is not who you should be receiving counsel from. I think a lot of times we tend to go outside of our coverings to listen to other people as well.
Now I feel you right there.
I just want to make that clear. And so we have a responsibility to have our own personal relationship with God and our discernment to realize, you know, because I do believe that God can use different people to guide you in the right direction, but we have to be careful who
you can have mentors at different levels and different things. Like in my case, I have people that deals with finance, I have people that deal with family that I talk to, you know, different people, you know, but then you have to have a base. You got one father, bro. You got father all over the place.
Right.
You know, these days, as soon as somebody, that's my father, that's my spiritual father. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, spiritual schizophrenia, listening to multiple voices.
I don't get into that too much. But I hear you on that.
But
I wish I could get another half an hour with this guy. Oh, guys.
But what I must say is that if we continue to worry about what's going on now, because the dispensation, this is, and some people can't come to grips about that. It's a new generation.
Yeah, but you're not cutting yourself away from what was.
Everything,
because a lot of people do that, and I don't support that.
So let me make it clear.
Yeah,
everything remains the same, but it's just a different way.
It's the packaging just different
of how things are being done.
Yeah,
and for my colleagues that are sitting here, I'm proud of each and every one of you to actually stepping out and to doing what God has anointed you to do, you know, and not getting taken up and carried away or getting stressed about what people say. One of the things you got to remember, people will always talk.
People have been talking from long time.
And here's another thing. Everybody have their own different opinions.
Yeah, see,
But if you
the thing about it, Psalmist, is that everybody's part is different.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody has a measure, and I think we
Sure.
talked about that last week. You might feel that you are not getting the millions of followers. I'm just going there, right? I'm pulling in something too. The millions of followers that you should that you would like to get because that's the thing.
What's your motive?
But you can have millions of followers and not be effective. The way God has called you to be effective.
You have millions
you just
of
all you have
followers,
is
but
followers.
How many out of
but
those
how
millions you save?
that's the other thing, because a lot of people just vibe off of the vibe.
Exactly.
You know, that's a lot I just said, right?
So it's like a discussion I had with one of my brothers. So we got a lot of people trying to stay relevant, right? Whereby, put out the song today. It's all about putting out the song, Then what effect is your song having? You know, is it changing life, or you just focusing on, as you rightly said, followers? Or vibing? Are you doing ministry, or you just doing entertainment?
So I had a conversation with my producer about let's stick on this for a moment.
Your fiance, get it right.
No,
please.
when I'm here.
You got it right. You know, when my wife preaches, she is not my baby. That is prophetess.
We keep
Big
things
up yourself. You keep it.
professional.
I like it, but you don't pay.
So,
and that's okay. So
true.
we had a conversation. So you spoke about just releasing songs. So at the end of the day, even though it's gospel, it's still an industry. And so for you to get more listeners, yes, you want to save souls, but you have to keep pushing yourself into people's face, or else they won't see you.
Right. Okay.
So it's an industry.
Yes.
We
got to make that clear. Don't get too spiritual. It's an industry.
Yes, it's gospel. Yes, we're dealing with God. Yes, we want to save
lives. And
lives.
music you're doing has to be done properly.
But it's an
And
industry.
all that. Right.
Yeah,
right.
it's an industry. So we've got to shove ourselves into people's faces, or else they won't see us. And until we are up in their faces, our messages won't get heard.
All right. Don't get me wrong. Let me make it clear. While it's an industry, we are doing ministry.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. Now, the world has a different way of how they do things. Like I was making an example. Let's look at Yolanda Adams. We haven't heard from Yolanda Adams in a long time. But Yolanda Adams put out a song the other day. But it's very impactful. Yolanda Adams going to disappear for a while. But come back with something, maybe whatever God would have inspired her to write at that time of the moment. Than just getting taken up in industry. You got to put out the music. You got to keep the followers active. But more likely doing ministry. Put out something that is going to be impactful for a very long time.
But the thing about Yolanda Adams.
But hear this, Timo. And these things come from maturity. When you just out the blocks.
Yeah.
I mean, you're young. Sometimes all you're doing is tune after tune because you want to get. And again, it's about motive.
Yeah.
It's about the kind of guidance that you have, and you just want tune out. But as you grow old and you become mature in the things of God, you realize that because out there it's not easy.
Yeah,
you realize that it's not even just about the song. I need to do something that is more meaningful, that's something that connects more with God rather than just connect with people. Because if you're not connecting with God, you can't connect to people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we get caught up with industry and not ministry, then we need to understand that at the end of the day, what are we doing? We got to hear what God is saying. Suppose God say, hey, don't release nothing more.
Right.
Oh, God, this is industry, buddy.
So the thing with Yolanda Adams is that Yolanda Adams already shoved herself into our faces. Whether she did it several years before.
And it's there.
She is there. She shoved herself into our faces. So she could stop, sit back, watch, listen to God, and then come and say, this is what I have for you guys. And you are going to listen because she shoved herself into your faces. Now, I understand that it's a ministry and we shouldn't get caught up in an industry. I understand that. But it's still an industry. Industry does not mean secular.
Listen, we got 10 minutes. Yo, man. Y'all can come back here next week. Listen, what's this? Now, being in Guyana, I want y'all to use this 10 minutes wisely. Being in Guyana, being a minister, being an artist in Guyana, what would you like to see in this industry,
In
this
the gospel
local, in the
industry.
gospel industry? You know, and I don't want, I know people just like to make it wide and broad, you know, music industry and get.
Be
Listen, I'm talking about
specific.
kingdom people tonight. If you outside the kingdom and you want to come in, Calvin are
Yes,
calling you.
yes.
Right? So, you know, what would you want to see in terms of, because a lot of times a lot of kingdom people gotta sell out in order to ande koshaya, gotta do that in order to really make it. What would you want to see in this space?
I don't go quiet.
Yeah, go.
One word. Unity, man. Let's live as brothers and sisters. Love. Let's support each other. But unity is key. If we're going to take this world by force, we got to do it together. Because there's so much we can do together. And we must understand that we all are
Because they got some artists that I know that they're struggling right now. Nobody supports them.
No.
I mean, and they're doing good music, and you know, they're trying to put their stuff out there. Somebody's trying to stifle them.
Yeah.
Somebody
So,
trying to put, you know.
let
What
me-
would
let
you
me-
want to see?
For us
9
as,
minutes.
for us as kingdom people, because I've been paying close attention when it comes to the industry. The industry can make you carnal as a kingdom ambassador if you get caught up in it. That's why I say we're not about industry, we're about ministry. When you're about ministry and you're all about God, then supporting somebody is not going to be a problem.
So here's where I'm going with this. So would you want to see us come together, have our own award system set up, you know, where we can really support it? I feel it a lot of times for a lot of people, because I know the work that got to put in.
Yeah, but I know a lot of artists before me. They did some real wonderful job. I was listening to Carl Damon, some really nice songs.
Yeah,
man.
got nice music.
You
Big
know
up
what I mean?
yourself,
We got,
Pastor
Carl Damon.
Happy belated birthday.
He's a 40, no?
Happy 50th.
He 40.
Nah, when he's 40, he's 50. Wait till
Hey,
50.
Carl Damon, you look good, boy.
Wait till
Thank you,
50, let's go
something
back
like
to
that.
40.
I like that. Shannon, what it way?
40. Yeah, no, we got 8 minutes.
So unity, man. Unity. Listen, I believe we can do it. We can make the change. We can make a difference. Once we put aside pride, it can kill us, man. You know what I mean? If you don't,
I'm still looking for this thing.
Yeah,
though. I
we
ain't hear
can
it
do
yet.
it.
I'm still looking for this thing, because I believe that networking is important for us to come together. You know, we will never see eye to eye in every case.
No.
You know, everybody got different things, but we have to, as kingdom people, we got the very thing that we preach. We got to put it into action. You know, because the world is looking a lot of times, and a lot of us, we come across so obnoxious, like real talk. You know, I'm not to use the other word, you know, but we come across very, very obnoxious.
You gotta
to
support
people,
each other,
you know.
man. It doesn't matter.
But I feel like we gotta create a forum that can support whatever each other doing. You know,
Yeah.
they got people that got some good music. Some kingdom people got good music in this nation. Big up yourself, Sarah. Big up yourself, Mariah. Big up yourself. What's this other girl from Bishop Edgill's church?
Oceana.
Oceana. Who else? Give me some more names. Radical One. Radical, right? DC. Give me some.
Matthew
Fontenelle.
Yannick.
The whole Linden crew.
Ronald
Big up
and
yourself,
Ronald.
Ronald. You
It's
know,
a lot, but let me.
It's a lot of people, yo.
Apostle, for those who are struggling, who want to be where some of us are at, you know what I mean? Put structure to your stuff, man. As an independent artist, doing everything from scratch on my own, bro. Put structure to yourself. Standards, professionalism,
All right, I gotta
integrity.
jump in
Very
the time.
important, man.
I got 6 minutes.
Right, you're gonna make
You
it.
know, one of the
Yeah,
things
sure.
that I want to see, and I gotta drop this in. I hope we can come back next week. One of the things that I would love to see is that we really take our time to do what is it that God has called us to do in terms of producing. I gotta big up Joshua. You know, that song, beautiful. It's well put together. You know, it's well thought out. You really caught that one. I don't know if it's because you're about to get married, like you really wanted to put something extra into that, but it was well thought out. And I want to say to Ron and Moses, put more effort into it. You know, whenever you do music, and I will tell Trevor that, you know, a lot of times we do music in our own space, and we tend to believe like, oh, this thing's singing good.
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
Send it out. You got people. Send it out to Timo. Send it out to me. Don't feel bad. You know. You know, send it out there. Check this out. Check this out before you go back to Vijay. Who big up yourself, Vijay, and all these others. But send it out. Let people check it out. What do you think? Create a listening party. This is other guy, Cardell Hunt.
Cardell Hunt.
Big up yourself, Cardell. You know, he's doing his thing too. But send your stuff out. Don't think that within your circle, because a lot of times it sounds good in your circle. But remember, this is not something about your space only. This is something that has to go internationally.
Yeah.
You know, you want this thing to play on all different radio stations and so forth.
Yeah.
You know, make sure that the quality is on point. The lyrical content is on point. A lot of times, I was telling the guys the other day, you know what songs I write, it's still in my computer. You know, and I play for you like, oh gosh, why you released that? I wasn't comfortable. And I heard, you know, I listened to, it's not that, you know, people say it's not good, but it was not, some of those things was not the timing. You know, so we want to encourage you guys to take your time. Don't rush this thing. Don't, if you gotta, you know, if you gotta put that song down, Joshua would tell you a lot of times you do a song, you gotta just let it rest for like a month. And then when you come back, you hear something totally different. You know what I'm saying? I'm into this thing long time. And I am big on quality. I am big on quality. They can tell you, now me like the background, I go back on me like the lead. You know, I come out the studio, my face wrench because me like the, you know. So just whatever y'all want to say. Lastly,
I just
you know,
want to
go ahead. I got 4 minutes.
Quickly,
man.
I just want to say congratulations to you, Moses. Congratulations to Faith. Congratulations to you, Ron. You guys are doing an excellent job. I'm watching, and I must say I'm supporting each and every one of you. Keep up the good work, and you guys. There's a lot more we can.
But go ahead, Moses. You got 2 minutes.
Yes, I believe what we also need, to answer your question before, we need accountability and forgiveness in the body of Christ. Because you cannot expect...
Repentance, by repentance!
You can't expect to do as you wish and expect persons in the church to support you. So while we are...
Can you guys come back a third time?
50% is the church. We know that the church also have their problem, but individuals also have their problem also. Yeah, and like self-righteousness and these things. We can't like be this kind of way and expect help from the church or for them to support us in the way that we expect. So yeah, we also need forgiveness also and accountability. And I also must correct something. I am not the only child my parents made in marriage.
They send you a message.
I tell you, in trouble tonight. Oh my God! What is it that you guys gotta say? Finally,
Moses, what are you trying to say, Moses? Moses, what impression are you trying to give?
Like 100 messages.
Oh my God!
Listen, man. Listen, we gotta head out of here. But we gotta do this again next week. Can we do this again next week? One more time. I'm not done, bro. We can start.
We have
early
to start
next
on
week.
time.
We starting on time. Josh, we starting on time. What are you hearing that?
I got it's a name board man in here.
That's Bard man. That's Bard man. But listen, thank you so much. We gotta head out of here. Our time. Oh my gosh. But I'm loving this so much. I want to thank each and every one of you. Ron, big up yourself. Keep pushing. Moses, of course, you know you're doing your thing. Faith, you in this game long time. Joshua, Timothy. We waiting for the new sound, the sound bad like that. You know, Trevor, we still waiting on the stuff to come out. I'm not sure who I can collaborate with.
Somebody hacked my profile.
Oh my gosh. Whoever will bring me back.
Retreat.
Listen, whoever could pull me out to retirement to come in.
It could be.
I don't know who it's gonna be, right? Whoever can pull me out, I can come out, you know. But listen, I gotta say tata and bye for now. We're gonna see you right back here. Remember, this program came to you with the kind compliments of Do Worship, Destiny Empowerment Worship Center, Hot Girl, Premium Cuts, and the whole crew. We thank you so much for joining us. We love you, and we're gonna be right back here next week, same time from 6. So we're gonna start early. We're gonna have some other artists in here along with some of these here, and we're gonna continue this conversation. So we thank you so much, and we will see you. Birdman, squeeze it, man. We out of here.
Knitted in the womb with love and purpose. You shaped me to bloom in your own image. Every day your day before me. In your book, you wrote my story. I know I don't deserve your grace and mercy, see me through just cause you love me. I was made to be just like you, but God knows that ain't true. In your secret place, I find my rest. I trust in your will, cause you know me best. You said I'm beautiful with all my flaws, beautiful even when I fall. Beautiful even if I fail, beautiful when I lose my faith. Your true image lies within, cleanse me now I'm free from sin. You said to